I'm so full. Sitting here enjoying another glass of water, um, sparkling water, because I poured a glass to enjoy with the rest of my Alfredo, because that was kind of my big meal for today. So I was just kind of enjoying it. The cat was trying to eat out of the dish because he's a little scavenger. You're a little scavenger. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. A little scavenger. I bought some flowers yesterday. Bought some because they were on sale for only $5 at the grocery store. I thought I would buy some sunflowers. I thought that was really pretty because I thought that I would, that's something that I've always really, appreciated about myself is that every so often I buy myself flowers just to pretty up my house, it's just one of those little things that you can do for yourself that just makes your space just so much nicer. And they don't have to cost very much. Sometimes it's only $5, but sometimes it's just an extra $20. But the benefits to it are just immense. And I really love them. Yeah. So pretty flowers. Someone's car alarm's going off. Goodness. I don't know. I bought some things that I'm gonna try out. I bought some protein powder. I'm gonna try some protein powder. I had bought them in like shake form, and so I had those, but I hadn't tried. I bought because I wanted to because the powder, like a bucket of powder, is cheaper. So I was gonna try just the canister of protein powder because you get more for just the powder. I was gonna do like a mix of that and see how I liked doing that. So, yeah. And then everybody, I keep seeing these like weight loss things, and I got influenced. I got influenced by the internet. So I bought a canister, like a little package of the Bloom stuff, the anti-bloating greens or whatever, with all your nutrients in the morning or whatever. I bought it in kiwi strawberry flavor. I was like, sure, let's try this Bloom. Let's get our greens or whatever. So we're going to try that out and see how that goes. Because I'm going to try and drink less coffee in the morning and try and drink my Bloom in the morning. Before I well, I'm gonna try and start my morning and do like Bloom in the morning and then do my meditation and then maybe have some coffee after that. Um, so I'm gonna try and do that and see how that works. Cause like the whole point of the asanas in the morning is that like you're not really stretching necessarily, but like you're doing things that like help relieve pressure in the body. Like, so, cause I found that when I did it, that it would relieve like gas pressure that was built up in my gut and things like that. And that was just kind of like a natural side effect of doing the asanas. Like certain things would relieve gas and bloating. So if I have something that helps, like a few things, because I feel like I'm always kind of bloated for some reason. I don't think that I'm bloated, but like I've noticed that I don't know. I have this gut, and so I think that like I'm always like I think that I have a lot of like digestional issues, and that's the reason why I have such a big gut is that I'm like, there's like bloating or whatever. So I think that I just need to like move things through my system or whatever. Because my gut compared to the rest of my body is so much bigger than the rest of my body, and I think that I have like stored gas. Like I have so much bloating compared to a lot of things, or and I don't know. I haven't read the book Wheat Belly, but somebody said that. But I don't know that I because you eat like carbs and sugar that you have like a bigger belly or whatever. I don't know necessarily if that's true, because even limiting the amount of carbs that I have, I still have like a huge belly. So I don't know if it's like gas buildup or what it's built up, but I'm gonna try because I have been taking Triphalia. I noticed that my salt intake, reducing the amount of salt in my diet, that I was starting to my gut was starting to get reduced more. When I was like heavily reducing the amount of salt intake that I was having, my gut was getting reduced. That I had lost a couple inches. Like I hadn't lost like a bunch of weight, but I had lost like inches off my waist. And I was wondering if I was like retaining water or something from having so much salt in my diet. So maybe like doing like a low sodium diet or something like that, to help reduce my gut. But that's what I was saying. Like my gut is I'm not sure what's causing like the salt, like that my gut to be so much bigger than the rest of my body. That I have like that I'm holding on to actually like more size than. Hi, did you want attention? Were you wanting kisses? um He's saying, "You're done talking now. I want attention. I want attention," he says. "I want attention." Are you okay? You want kisses? Kisses? Larity, kisses? So, yeah, I'm not sure exactly what's causing the size, but I've got to try something because I am taking, I haven't been taking it recently, so I should start taking it again. I'm taking this natural supplement called Triphalia, from the Maharishi Institute or whatever. So that's because in Fairfield they have a bunch of natural supplements. So I'm not sure exactly what it is. It's just a bunch of plants or whatever. And who knows if that's what's actually in it, but I noticed that I did have like that it was a natural like not diet. It wasn't a diuretic. It was a natural. It moved poop through the chute. If it was natural laxative, I suppose. I don't know if it was necessarily like it caused me to get dehydrated, but it definitely uh poop through the chute. That's so disgusting. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I hope you don't mind my offense. But you know, I would take it before I go to bed, and I noticed when I woke up in the morning, that I would have like more significant bowel movement. That my digestion was better in the morning, and that food moved through me better when I took it. And that I had, I'm not sure if that was messing with my gut health or anything. That if it was bad for me, because after I stopped taking it, I still was, it didn't affect me when I stopped taking it. I was still having regular movements, so it wasn't affecting that. It wasn't making me like the lack of it wasn't making me constipated. You need to get down. The lack of it wasn't making me constipated, but the presence of it was making it so that I noticed a difference in my bowel movements, that I was having more natural, like bigger, regular bowel movement. So I should start taking it again. I had gotten just more supplements recently. So, but I was thinking like that Bloom with the supplements might be good for me to take, because although how much do I need to poop really? I don't know. But having that move through my system is probably a good thing. I don't know necessarily if I need to poop all that much, or if it'll, I don't know. I'll check the label, because I don't necessarily want to have like, you know, diarrhea or something, or like have like you know, like, you know, I don't want to have problems where I'm just like, you know, like the oleo, the chip effect, where I'm, you know, like, oh God, I can't wear dark pants. That would be funny. I'm just hoping to reduce the amount of gas and just reduce the amount of size in my gut, and have regular bowel movements that are more efficient. It's not that I don't, you know, I'm vegan, so, you know, I eat a lot of plants. So having all that, and I eat a lot of fiber, and, you know, I have like oatmeal, and, you know, eating a lot of vegetables and fruit in my diet has made it so that, you know, it does move through me quite efficiently. But, I don't know, there's power in having like a really nice bowel movement move through you. It's like, oh, it's like soul searching. You know what I mean? Like having, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, have you ever had like a really good bowel movement and you stop and you're like, oh man, I feel so much lighter. You're like, I feel at peace. I feel at peace with myself and the world. Is this TMI? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I talked about this in my 20s, and I try not to talk about poop so much. But you know, like, we're friends here. This is like my FaceTime call with just friends, you know. Yeah, I believe that everybody should have a regular bowel movement. You know, I think you're supposed to poop like up to twice a day or something. I haven't done the research on it. What is considered you know, regular for being regular about being regular. You know, I heard, you know, there's such a thing. You know, Dr. Oz got famous. You know, Dr. Oz, the guy who always spreads medical misinformation all the time, and everybody thinks that he's like the god, who just is the worst at spreading he just is the worst about, he always has like these diet tips that are just disordered eating disguised as, just, you know, he's always like, if you eat 3 almonds in the morning, then you don't need to eat until dinner. And you'll lose like 20 pounds. You'll lose like 20 pounds in 3 days. It worked for her. Or like, drink a cup of olive oil and then you won't need to eat for 6 days. It's like, Dr. Oz, Dr. Oz, it's disordered eating. It helps your joint pain. He's always like, Dr. Oz is like the medical community's version of like a BuzzFeed article in which no research has been done. Or he'll take like, he's the kind of guy who takes like a scientific article and then like he only takes like the titles of the scientific articles and then just like does not read the actual article for like all of the information, and like reads like the conclusions that the article comes to. He just like takes that like little nugget of information and then just like blows it up into like, comes to like all these false conclusions about it, and then like is basically like a BuzzFeed article about Dr. Oz. Why? It's sort of like, study finds that scientists research the benefits of alcohol on the benefits of alcohol for blood pressure. And then like Dr. Oz will be like, drinking alcohol reduces your blood pressure. And it's like, that's not Dr. Oz. Dr. Oz. There are some benefits, but that's not Dr. Oz. You cannot say that with regularity, because the article will go on to say, if you drink excessive amounts of alcohol, it's not going to reduce your blood pressure. It's going to have the opposite effect. Or something like that. It'll be like, Dr. Oz. The whole point is, be wary out there. Don't trust Dr. Oz.